Hi everyone. It's an honor for me to be here today. It's a privilege to be named the coach of the Syracuse Crunch and to have the opportunity to work for the Tampa Bay Lightnings.
We'll throw out the questions.
No questions.
First question to Lindsay Kramer.
Yes, Assistant General Manager Julien BriseBoise. A few weeks ago, you grew indignant at my questions about Rob Zettler's future as coach of the team, and you supported him greatly in the job he'd done. What changed, and when did it change?
Rob did a really good job for us here. He is a great hockey man. He gave it his all the last few years. He came in under very difficult circumstances that first year, having to step in for John Cooper, and those obviously are really big shoes to fill. And he did a fabulous job under those tough circumstances. And he led our group, he led our hockey team to within 2 wins of winning the Calder Cup. He's done a good job for us. He cared about our program. He cared about the Lightning. He still does. And he really cared about our players on an individual basis, and he wanted them to have success. Today is about the future. It's about not about the past, not about last season. It is about the future seasons of the Crunch and of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
So no answer on that one. What and why a change was needed?
I think our players are going to benefit from hearing the voice of Ben Groulx, someone who has a long track record as being a successful head coach, someone who has a long track record of helping his teams win, someone who has a long track record of getting the most out of his players. And this is all about our players. This is all about giving them the resources to fulfill their full potential.
And where will Rob be reassigned?
We're going to let the dust settle, and we'll touch base in probably a matter of weeks, whenever he's ready, obviously, and then we'll see where he can fit within our organization if that's something he chooses.
Coach, could you just kind of give us an idea of your philosophy, or what kind of hockey fans here in Syracuse can expect?
Well, you know what? When I had the opportunity to take over here, I have 3 words that come to my mind. It's play with courage, play with urgency, and believe that we'll succeed. I think the game is there right now. We have a young team here, and my job is to teach them how to win and develop them to become better hockey players, and teach them how to be pro players. And one day they might have the opportunity to play for the Lightning and help them win at that level as well. So for us, it's the key. Like teaching in a winning environment, this is what we want to do here.
This team's obviously had success the last few years, and
Yeah.
the fans have really responded to that. Did you kind of take a look at what was here and say this is
Oh,
a
yeah.
team that's in position to win?
Oh
now?
yeah, you know what? When I look at this franchise, it's been a successful franchise, and obviously, I think the Tampa Bay Lightning understand what they have to do to put a strong and competitive team on the ice, and I think everybody's committed to that and in winning, but also developing our young guys to become better hockey player and pro player.
Julien, obviously it's never fun when you have to part ways with somebody, but obviously the new affiliation agreement now, a new head coach coming in. Is there a kind of a buzz or an excitement at the front office, kind of a wave of the future, so to speak, with this franchise?
I think so. Obviously, with today's announcement, we're very excited about our new relationship with Ben Groulx. As an organization, we are always looking for ways to get better, whether it's questioning the status quo, whether it's questioning preconceived ideas, whether it's bringing in people of great talent. I believe that's what we did as an organization today when we hired Ben Groulx.
Coach, taking a look, coaching around this league, obviously, you see certain teams more often than others. And
Yeah.
when you come here, I guess, what are there things that you kind of remember about, kind of coaching against Syracuse and coaching in Syracuse, and
Well,
now you're going to spend a little bit more time?
You know what? When I look back 6 years ago, there was no fun for us to come in this building and play against a good Syracuse hockey club. And obviously, I've learned a lot from my 2 years in the AHL, and I know there's a rivalry. And our thought process here is very simple. We want to put a good team on the ice. We want to have success, and we want to put on a good show on the ice for our fans as well. And you know what? This is playing the right way and to play to win.
Coach, fans here for 3 or 4 years, the tremendous success of the prospects and seeing Tampa Bay, but of course, they want to win.
Yeah.
Every coach
Everybody
still
wants to win.
but they want to develop.
Yeah.
Rob said he wanted to win, but develop. So I know you're not coming here saying, well, we're just going to develop. You want to win, but what's the priority and emphasis you place on winning and making the playoffs and giving the fans a good product?
Well, you know what? For us, it's to develop an identity first. I want to get to know the players at first, and this is will start at training camp for me. But obviously, I think when you look at the philosophy of the organization, every year they want to build a competitive team, and I believe this is our goal again this year. And once it's in place, it's to work with the people in place, develop them. You know what? It's about putting the right identity in place, play the right way. I know exactly what the fans in Syracuse wants, what they like. They like a blue-collar team. They like a team that going to go hard and play the right way every night. And you know what? This is, I believe, we're going to try to put it on the ice.
And could you take us through the process? Did you know Julien? Did you know Steve from before? Did you have any connections? Did you just apply last week? How did all this come together?
Well, I know Julien for a few years. We've been talking on the phone for many years, I'd say, about different players, about prospect, about our team in junior, about the draft, about different things. So, and I met Steve Yzerman lately. So, for me, it's you know what? When I sat down with Julien and Steve Yzerman, I thought Syracuse was a great fit for me. The Lightning was a great fit for me. This is the opportunity I was looking for a long time, working with people that understand what's an organization's got to do to be successful, what's an organization's got to commit and put in place to be successful, the sacrifices they have to do. And you know what? I felt that meeting with them, I feel comfortable. I feel that we had the same values. And for me, that's key to for me to go in a place and feel comfortable about myself and work the way I'd like to work.
Did you always want to get back to the AHL?
Oh yeah.
The goal after Rochester?
Yeah, you know what? After my 2 years in Roch, I decided to go home, and after 3 years, I started thinking about it, coming back. I had a different opportunity that I turned down, and then after the World Junior 2 years ago, it was clear, and I let people know that I wanted to come back in pro hockey.
Just to expand on your question on winning versus development, the reality is you can't do one without the other. You can't win without getting the most out of your players, and you can't develop players into winners if they don't win. So you have to be able to do both. It is a fine balance, but really you can't do one without the other, and that's the goal here, is to be able to provide a winning environment within which our players can reach their full potential.
Ben, how are you a different coach today than the last time you coached in the American Hockey League? What have you learned in the time back in the field?
Well, you know what? I'm a much different coach than I was when I started in 2001. I was a different coach in 2005. I was a different coach in 2008. And obviously, I'm a different coach this year than I was in Roch. I think I've learned a lot about dealing with pro players. And that helped me a lot the last 5-6 years, and that helped me a lot with the World Junior, dealing with top athletes, older guys, and I think I'm a much better coach. I'm a much better prepared coach today to be in this environment than I used to be 6 years ago.
But John Cooper has often been associated with a certain kind of swagger. How would you describe your personality?
Well, I think I'm. When I walk in the dressing room, when I walk in the rink, I think I'm the type of person that like things to be done the right way. I think for me, hockey, it's a game, and I expect everybody to come to the rink and have passion for our game. Have passion, be committed to what we want to do. And you know what? I strongly believe that not only in hockey, but in life in general, you gotta have courage to succeed. I think you gotta seize the opportunity. You gotta bring that urgency every day, and you gotta bring that belief. You gotta believe in yourself, and this is how I describe myself, like a guy that want people to have courage, urgency, and believe in themselves.
Players that you've coached in the past or seen, are you familiar with any of the players that are currently with the Lightning organization, the folks that have been with the Crunch in recent years?
Yeah, there's many players like that I know. Some of them I coached. Ty Megan, I coached him back home in 2010, I believe, 2011. So Ty was with me a year. But I know many players from this organization, whether it's in Syracuse or in Tampa Bay. I coach against many of them. I'd say 7, 8, maybe more than that. So it's I know there's talented player in this organization, and I'm excited to be here and be part of this this team and this journey.